Sanctuaries campaign.
So Jackie, what is Pacific Environment?
Pacific Environment is an environmental organization that is protecting the living environment around the northern Pacific Rim. The part that I take care of and work to protect is the waters just off the coast of California, where we have 3 contiguous marine sanctuaries right here outside of San Francisco, and a 4th one, the Channel Islands, down off of Santa Barbara.
So Jackie, what is ocean noise pollution?
Ocean noise pollution, you might hear that truck going by right now because we're in San Francisco. Imagine that kind of sound underneath the ocean, but really amplified, because sound moves so much faster and further under the ocean. Noise, primarily created by human beings, include seismic testing, where they shoot air blasts at the bottom of the ocean. It also includes sonar that the Navy uses all the time for their security. In some cases, it's caused whales and dolphins to beach and die. But what scientists are really worried about right now is the chronic noise that's creating this acoustic smog under the ocean that primarily comes from large ships. Their propellers turn, create a tremendous amount of noise, and there's so many of them that it is getting really, really noisy in the ocean.
So Jackie, how does ships make noise?
Ships, when they're moving through the water, their propellers turn really, really fast, and they create thousands of little tiny bubbles that are created and burst constantly. It's called cavitation. It makes a tremendous amount of noise. It sounds a little bit like a freight train underwater. The problem is, underwater, sound travels much faster and further than it does up here on land. So if you were a whale, even hundreds of miles away, a sound from a ship you would hear. And that sound is creating an acoustic smog in the ocean and making it really difficult for whales to hear each other and to do what they need to do to survive in the ocean.
How can we make the oceans quieter?
Good question. There are actually a number of ways that we could make the oceans quieter. When it comes to large ships, there's a really, really simple and elegant solution. When ships slow down, they're automatically quieter because the propeller is turning slower and not creating as much noise. The great thing about this is that not only are ships quieter when they slow down, but they're cleaner, they're burning less fuel, they're saving money because they're burning less fuel, less emissions, less climate change, less ocean acidification, and by the way, sadly, ships run over whales too. So when they're going slower, whales have a better chance of surviving in the ocean.
So Jackie, what is Vessel Watch?
Vessel Watch is a signature project of Pacific Environment. It's our way of taking people out into the sanctuary so they get to know this jewel that we have along the coast of California. It's home to 27 endangered species. We have humpback whales, blue whales, gray whales. It's an amazing place, but it's a place that we need to protect. On Vessel Watch trips, we go all the way out to the Gulf of the Farallones. We see those amazing islands, we see whales, but we also do something special. We take hydrophones along and we drop them overboard and give people a chance to hear the sounds of the ocean. Sometimes we hear the sounds of ships that are really, really loud and sound like freight trains under the water, and sometimes we hear the sounds of whales, and that is just really, really an exciting experience. When people come back from Vessel Watch trips, we hope that they'll have a better appreciation and a closer connection to these wonderful watery places that we need to protect. And that's what we do on Vessel Watch.
So how can people get more involved in Pacific Environment?
Great question. Without people involved, we very rarely see the kind of change that we need that brings real protection, like the protection the whales and all of us want for our oceans. At Pacific Environment, we're looking for every way to engage the community and the public in our work. Going on a vessel watch trip out into the Gulf of the Farallones is a great way to gain a closer connection. We also have legislative answers. There's always opportunities for people to sign on to a petition or call their local congressman or senator when we're working hard to get, say, a new law that makes it safer in the ocean. We need people to tell their legislators that they're behind it, that they believe in it. So these are some of the opportunities. When we get ready to, say, put out a bill that asks ships to slow down, we'll need everybody to get on board and say, this is what we want to see, do the right thing, slow those ships down now.